Hey folks, so it's my birthday today, and I got a nice surprise Sunday. When I woke up, I had an email from Tim Hortons offering free coffee for my birthday. I've never had that before. That's kind of cool. So it's done through the rewards program. I scan a reward card, and it's, there's no charge for that coffee. But it said only valid for 2 days. 2 days, the second day being my birthday, and it must be redeemed on my birthday. So I activated that offer. I didn't go out yesterday, but I went today to take screen caps of my QR codes so I could get, I don't leave data turned on the phone, so I just take screen caps. That way, they're in photos, they're always there. I don't need data to access all that, and everything's available and ready to go. Well, that offer was no longer in my list. So I'm thinking, okay, well, it said 2 days. Today's the second day. Where the heck is it, right? Has to be redeemed on my birthday, which is today. So I went to Timmy's. I said, try it anyways. And sure enough, I had to pay for my coffee. So I'm thinking what happened was that was Sunday. Monday is the day the new offers come through. So I'm thinking when the old offers went away, my free birthday coffee went away with it. So I'm going to have to get hold of Tim Hortons and say, hey, you owe me a coffee. Right? Find out what the heck happened. So it's a little bit disappointing. But, So, I got a little bit of an update to my bearing/bolt situation. So I got looking at these, and I don't remember what I was going to say. Bolt is 9 millimeters. Inside diameter of the bearing is 12 millimeters. I said 11 last time, I'm not sure why. Let me just double check that right now. Just to be sure. I'll do this where you can actually see it this time. So, the bolt diameter is 9 millimeters. I got that right. And inside diameter of the bearing should be 12. Why am I getting 11? Well, that kind of messes everything up now, doesn't it? Did they shrink? I am like totally confused now. Okay, I can't see anything here. Okay, nothing is where it should be. I had everything all worked out, and now all of a sudden things seem to be different. This says 12. When I bought the bearings, they were 12 millimeter inside diameter. So why am I getting 11 now? Because 0 doesn't really seem to be 0 on here, I guess. I'm getting 11. So this isn't accurate, obviously, because that's 11. It says 11, but if I measure it with my ruler, get the right side, and it's 12. So that's not accurate. Well, that bothers me. So anyways, the point is, 12 millimeter diameter, inner diameter bearing, and a 9 millimeter bolt don't work. So, what I did originally, I wanted to see if I could find a 9 millimeter diameter bearing to fit a 9 millimeter bolt. 9 millimeter by 28 millimeter, which is the outside diameter, by 8 millimeter, which is the thickness, does not exist. So, I got thinking, well, why not get a bolt to match the bearing? Which means I need, I thought, an 11 millimeter bolt. And my question was, do 11 millimeter bolts exist? Well, they do. They're very rare. And they're specialty bolts, mostly for engine heads. And they're anywhere from $30 to $50 each. So if I was to get 11 millimeter bolts, then, okay, I just had another thought. Then, you know, what are the possibilities of finding 11 millimeter nuts, right? So, I got looking. The most popular size bolt is, the metric anyways, is the M10, which is 10 millimeter, which is 1 millimeter wider than this. I don't get why that's 9. Anyway. So, I'm getting myself confused here now, so that's really messing me up now. So if this is reading 9 millimeter, does that mean this is actually a 10 millimeter bolt? Now that I think of it, M9 doesn't sound right. Again, get the right side. It actually does look like 9 millimeter. Hard to say. Can't really tell. Unless, let's do it this way. I'll put the, on the right side, I'll put the hole on the ruler. I can actually see the hole on the washer is 10 millimeter, which means this is a 10 millimeter bolt. So I got looking. 10 millimeter by 28 millimeter by 8 millimeter bearings do exist. Okay. They're more expensive. They're not a popular size. So I'm thinking I can get bearings to fit a 10 millimeter bolt. Problem with that is I would have to get not only new bearings, I'd have to get the new bolts, the 10 millimeter bolts, and all new nuts and washers and drill a bigger hole. So, but I guess it just may be 10 millimeter already. I don't know, guys. So, my last update I was talking about this. Somebody suggested shoulder bolts. I've never heard of those. So I went searching. I have seen them. I recognize them, but I didn't know what they were called. So the problem with that is I can't determine what size they are because they're the replacement bolts for mostly lawnmower wheels and stuff like that. They just say what they're replacing. They don't actually give the size. So I don't know what to do there. But while I was looking, I saw bearing sleeves. A bearing sleeve is basically just a tube, brass tube. So I got thinking, well, can I find a 9mm inside diameter and a 12mm outside diameter? No. 9mm is still odd, which is probably why this is done. So, I got thinking, well, why not just look for a regular steel tube with a 9mm inside diameter and a 12mm outside diameter? That I found, sort of. Not anything that I plan to actually buy, but in that listing, even though I had steel tube, acrylic tubes came up, and I found an acrylic tube that will fit perfectly. So I can use the same bolts, the same bearings. I don't have to break the spot weld on those and put new bolts in. I can use the same bolts. Yeah, it's an acrylic tube. I think it's like a foot long or something, so it's long enough to do both sides of the monster. So, and amazingly, they do have the 9mm. But now I'm questioning, do I need 9 or do I need 10? But like I say, these washers are 10mm inside diameter according to my ruler, which means this bolt is an M10 bolt and it's 10mm, which makes sense because they're easily available. 9mm is not. So, I guess I have to wait. I wonder if I still have my receipts. My receipts will tell me. I don't keep receipts for stuff like this, but I haven't thrown my recycling in my bedroom out for a while, so it'll be in there. It's just a matter of going through. It'll specify. Better yet, in my phone, in my deleted pictures, it might still be there. Let me just check that. Recently deleted. There's 100 pictures. Do I still have the code? Because what I do when I get little pieces like this, rather than writing down the number or trying to remember, I just take a picture of the UPC code on the shelf so they can just scan it. I'm hoping it's still in here. And it is not. Erg. Because the older ones tend to get deleted after a certain period of time. Okay, that's disappointing. So I'll see if I can find my receipt and see what I can come up with there. Because it'll tell me. It'll say right on the receipt whether the bolts are M10s or the bearing or washers or whatever. So the acrylic tube would be the cheapest way to go, as far as, because it was like $7.99 I think. The bearings for a set of 5 were like 20 something. I usually get them 10 packs for less than that. But like I say, it's an odd size, so it costs more. The bolts, they're, like I say, they're M10s. They're popular. I can get them pretty much anywhere. I'm not sure of the size now. So, now, like I say, if the washer says the inside diameter is 10, and the bolts are going to be M10s, which makes sense because they're easy to get. And if the acrylic tube works out, then I'm going to do the same thing with the spacers that I had to replace in the suspension. Because like I say, the one's not working well. So I'll do the same thing. Once I get the steering part finished and done and out of the way, then I'll find out what the inside diameter of that tube is and outside diameter of the bolt, and see if I can find something to replace those with. And hopefully finally everything will be good. Oh my goodness. So I finished the video yesterday finally. It's been in the works for a long time. I've had a lot of videos set aside waiting for it. 300 gigabytes worth of video to be exact. And that is the evolution of the floodplain from where I used to drive down onto it, go down to the river, to the way it is now, commercial property, McDonald's, gas station, and that. And it took a while to go through, so I finally finished that off. It's uploaded to YouTube, and you'll see that on July 18th. That'll be a Monday video of random videos. So I finally got that done and out of the way. So I'm making some changes. Right now, it takes me forever to get to my comments. I just don't have the time anymore. And it'll be like sometimes as much as 2 weeks to actually get to my comments. I just don't have the time anymore. So I'm not going to bother with the comments anymore unless somebody asks a question or says something important or whatever. And I'll jump in when I can to respond. But like today, for example, I got wished a happy birthday, so I will reply to that. But I just don't have the time to do it regularly anymore, and I knew that would happen. If I start getting enough comments, I won't be able to keep up. And well, I think I've reached that now. It seems obvious to me. So, but I will still answer questions if there's questions that need to be answered. So no worries there. And the other change I'm making is regarding monetization. This channel it's never been about the money for me. Unfortunately, it's got to the point now where I need more of a second income. For many, the monster's taking up a lot of my money to begin with, and with prices increasing and everything. This is something I'm doing anyways. I might as well make money off it, right? So as I'm doing it right now, up to this point, there's always an ad at the beginning and end of the video. Not everybody watches the videos to the end, obviously. So there's only one, ad. And if you're not using an ad blocker or anything and you're getting ads, that's the only time you're going to see one. Unless the video is longer than 10 minutes. Or 20 minutes, sorry. At that point, I put an ad in every 10 minutes. So if you get an hour-long video, there's 5. Yeah, 5 ad breaks. And I didn't want to go beyond that. I don't want to bombard everybody with ads because that's not what my channel is supposed to be about. But it's to the point now where I need to take advantage of that. It's there. YouTube offers it, it's on work that I'm already doing anyway, so I might as well get paid for it, right? And my income from YouTube right now has dropped down so low. It's in the $30 range now, so I'm not getting paid every month. Last month it was between 40, dropped down from, it started around $40 area and then dropped down to 30s, and I get $51 for last month. I'm not sure why it was that high. And this month it's been hovering down near the $31 mark, so I'm not even sure if I'm going to get paid next month, you know, whether I reach that $100 threshold or not. So I need to do something about that, because it's killing me not having enough money to cover everything that I need to do. So I will be adding ads every 5 minutes instead of 10, and I'm not going to have the minimum length of video to do that on. I've already started doing that, you may have already noticed, but I'm not going to let YouTube determine where ads go, because I can do it automatically, and YouTube will, according to them, according to what it says, at natural breaks. Well, I don't think that's entirely true, because I've watched many videos where an ad will interrupt in mid-sentence or at a very, very inconvenient time. So I'm not going to do that. I will place them manually, and I will make sure they're not interrupting a thought or in the middle of music or anything like that. So when I'm doing my update video here, I'll insert them between topics, like from between when I was talking about this to when I started talking about comments. That would be a good transition there. But I don't know the length of this video yet, so I can't plan ad breaks or anything. It's just a matter of when I get everything together while I'm editing. That's the last thing I do. Once the video is done, and sometimes I've already rendered the video, and I'll watch the playback on it and determine at that point where the ads will be. This is the best way to do it. I'm not going to rely on YouTube to do it automatically, because I don't want my conversations interrupted. Because like I say, I've watched many videos, and that's really annoying. I had one the other day. It was I don't remember what it was. I think it was about Lake Mead drying up. But I was going on, and whatever he was saying was really interesting. I was going to say important, but it's something I wanted to listen to. And all of a sudden, he got interrupted by an ad, and it was a double ad, and they were unskippable. So by the time he came back after these ads, I forgot what it was he was talking about, and I had to go back and just, I won't do that. I will place my ads manually and make sure that doesn't happen, because that is so annoying. So I think that's all I have for today. That's all I have written down anyways. I can't really think of anything else. It's a little cooler today. It's 19 degrees. No shorts today. I'm wearing pants, and that was actually kind of a little cool when I first went out. It's not bad now. It's warmed up a little bit, I think. It was supposed to be 24, but it was 19 when I left. So I didn't take a screen cap for that either. I was going to, but I didn't. No, I don't want radar. Yeah, it's 22 now. Screen cap for that so I can show you. 22 degrees. So it warmed up 3 degrees from the time I left to the time I got back. Wow. The sun's nice and powerful, but the wind's pretty chilly. And yeah, you can hear, I still got my cold. It's changed. It's a whole lot better now, but I still got the phlegm. That's the only thing that's bugging me now. So I guess that's it. And before I go in, I gotta find out exactly what I need here. Oh yeah, that's the other thing too. That acrylic tube is actually stocked by Amazon, so I'll get it nice and quick. But as soon as I get money, today's the 28th. 2 more days I'll get paid. So I want to order this as soon as I possibly can, so I can get this finished and working properly. And I can move on to something else that needs to be done. I'll see if I can find my receipts and make sure that's actually an M10 bolt. I'm sure it is. And I'm not sure if Zach's still got his calipers or not. He'll know for sure. He'll be able to determine. But I don't know. We'll find out. That's all I got, guys. Thanks for watching.